Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. For Seekers of God, Spiritual Talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda, Chapter 17, page number 48, continued. Here, Mahapurush Maharaj is of the firm opinion that Sri Ramakrishna is God Himself. And Swamiji's beautiful hymn, Khandana Bhava Bandhana, to Sri Ramakrishna. Here, Ramlal Dada continues his conversation with Mahapurush Maharaj. Ramlal Dada, you are so compassionate. That is why you do this at such a sacrifice. For a while, both Ramlal Dada and Mahapurush Maharaj kept silent. Then Mahapurush Ji, in a tone of seriousness, said softly, Yes, Dada, as the days pass, I am becoming more and more convinced that Sri Ramakrishna is God Himself. At first, we used to visit Him frequently, being attracted by His love. Now we realize to our amazement that although Sri Ramakrishna looked and behaved like an ordinary man, He is of cosmic proportions. How many universes are within Him? Ramlal Dada, I too at first had a wrong notion of Him. But once in a while, like a flash of lightning, I would glimpse His greatness. Then the next moment, my mind would be veiled by doubts and misgivings. One day, I asked Sri Ramakrishna, why does it happen that way? He replied, otherwise, how would works of service, meaning His personal service, and worship at the temple in Dakshineshwar go on? And who would look after your relatives? Mahapurush Maharaj, yes. Otherwise the Leela, sport of the Lord, cannot go on. Ramlal Dada, now the number of His devotees has grown. During the last few years, His ideas have spread so much. How many people from distant countries speaking strange languages come and worship the grounds of the Panchavati grove? They pick up some sacred dust of the place or leaves from the banyan or bale tree and carry them home. The Vespers began, the sadhus and devotees started singing the Vesper hymn composed by Swamiji, which is as follows. Breaker of this world's chain, we adore Thee, whom all men love. Spotless, taking man's form, O purifier, Thou art above the gunas three. Knowledge divine, not flesh, Thou whom the cosmos wears, a diamond at its heart. Let us look deep in Thine eyes, they are bright with the wisdom of God, that can wake us from Maya's spell. Let us hold fast to Thy feet, treading the waves of the world to safety. O drunk with love, God-drunken lover, in Thee all paths of all yogas meet. Lord of the worlds, Thou art ours, who wert born a child of our time, easy of access to me, O merciful. If we take any hold upon God in our prayer, it is by Thy grace alone, since all Thine austerities were practiced for our sake. How great was Thy sacrifice, freely choosing Thy birth, in this prison our iron age, to unchain us and set us free. Perfect, whom lust could not taint, nor passion nor gold draw near. O Master of all who renounce, fill our hearts full of love for Thee. Thou hast finished with fear and with doubt, standing firm in the vision of God, refuge to all who have cast fame, fortune, and friends away. Without question, thou shelterest us, and the world's great sea in its wrath seems shrunk to the puddle that fills a hoof print in the clay. Speech cannot hold thee, nor mine, yet without thee we think not, nor speak. Lo, who are partial to none, we are equal before thy sight. Taker away of our pain, we salute thee, though we are blind. Come to the heart's dark cave and illumine, thou light of the light. Ramlal Dada, I like this hymn very much. Whenever I hear it, I feel the master standing absorbed in samadhi and his devotees surrounding him chanting it. Well, Maharaj, I will now go to the shrine. After Ramlal Dada left, Mahapurush Maharaj said, in the early days of the monastery, a different hymn, as for instance, Om, glory be unto Shiva, worship Shiva, used to be chanted at the time of Vespers. Then Swamiji composed this hymn to Sri Ramakrishna and put it to music, introducing it at the monastery. Swamiji himself would play the pakovach, drum, and lead the singing. That was a wonderful sight. Swamiji was so divinely handsome and would put so much spiritual fervor into his singing. End of chapter 17. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.